Well, good evening, everybody. 6:30 as promised. Guess it's 6:31 now, but Dan Cucimilio here, and Eric Romo. Eric is what town is that in? You're in again?
Galt.
Galt, that's right. Galt, up there, kind of Stockton area, right?
Yeah, just above Stockton and just kind of between Stockton and Sacramento.
Yeah. Okay. So the Giants lose another game, people. What do you know? Nothing like this club, huh? Nothing like it. Their slogan is really it's just unbelievable. Let me tell you a little bit about the Giants. They're on pace for 1,800 strikeouts.
1,800?
1,800. The major league record, 1,596. They're on pace to shatter that. And the team that holds that record, the Baltimore Orioles, who lost 115 games that year. So are we going to see the Giants lose 100 plus, maybe 115 plus? Who knows? I mean, this thing is falling apart. You see it in the dugout. You see these guys. They look dejected. They look defeated. How many strikeouts tonight, Eric? Another 12?
What was it? I think it was 10 or 11.
Let's check.
I think it might have been 11. I think VR made it 11.
We will find out right here. We're going to look at the friendly box score. Giants, 12 strikeouts.
Oh, it was 12. I'm
12. MF says, what a mess. Ranger, 49, 12. Yeah. Worst team in the league. Maximiliano.
This is bad. I mean, I knew it was going to be kind of rough, but I didn't know it was going to be this bad.
Yeah. Dr. Cameron Tyson, Dr. Dan, and Dr. Please talk us off the plank, or let's push Gabe and Farhan off and say they fell. Oh, my goodness. Embarrassing. Yep. We've got Crickets offensively.
Yeah, they scored early.
Hey, they're 3-6.
Yeah,
they're 3-6 after scoring first.
That's pitiful.
Yeah.
And they score early, and then all of a sudden it's just the well dries up.
Yeah. So what was good tonight? All right, let's go over the good, the bad, and the ugly.
J.D. Davis.
The good, J.D. Davis, 3 more hits, hitting 347.
Flores had 2 hits.
Flores had 2 more hits, hitting 333. Lamont Wade, nope, he didn't. Let's see. Estradas got 1 hit. Okay, that's about the good. That's it. Wood pitched good while he was in there. 2 1/3, 1 hit, 1 run, 3 strikeouts, 1 base on balls. All right, let's get to the good, the bad. Okay, the bad, well, there's quite a bit of bad. Well, part of the good, Yaz got a home run. Okay.
Bad Sable, another catcher's interference.
Yeah, the bad, another catcher's interference, 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. Brett Wisely, 3 at-bats, 2 strikeouts. You brought up a good point. Why didn't, he's pinch hitting everybody. Why didn't he bring in Ramos instead of for Wisely? Well, Wisely's family's there. So's VR's. So that's why these guys are playing. He's playing some of these guys, I mean, this yo-yo this constant shuffling. I mean, Matt Beatty, the guy's been up and down twice already each. And he's just going to go up and down, up and down. And they bring in Wisely for what? Because he got 4 hits the other day?
Yeah, I know.
And they're playing in Florida, and you want to let him play in front of his family maybe? I don't know. I mean, I guess they could use another outfielder, so they needed a lefty.
Yeah, and Keefanoff, number 12, he pretty much said what the ugly was. VR with a 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts.
0 for 4. Yeah. Okay, let's get to some more bad. Crawford. That's bordering on ugly.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 0 for 3, hitting 160. He's not even hitting the ball.
No, it's not.
Meekly hitting the ball. He looks overmatched. He looks slow. Joey Bart was 0 for 2, struck out the end of the game. I mentioned Wisely. The ugly is just, the team.
Hey, Dan, and I mentioned this to you before too, is why would Kapler use both longmen when you may need one of them later on? I mean, Junis and Stripling, I thought they were kind of stretched out enough where they could cover at least to get to the bullpen.
Yeah, so they didn't really use the bullpen tonight except Rogers,
right?
Taylor Rogers. And they'll face Trevor Rogers, the lefty, tomorrow morning. What time's that game come on?
It should be early because it's a flyaway, right? Getaway day.
Yeah, it's usually like 10:40, probably. Might even be 10:15. Let's take a look. Tomorrow, Wednesday, Giants, 10:10. Okay, yeah, 10:10. So, will they salvage one win on this road trip, or will they go 0-5? And
it might be 0-5. It is a lefty. They're not too.
Yeah. I mean, that would be what I would expect. Let's see. Cameron Tyson, Sable's got to go. At least don't play him behind the plate. Yeah, he had his third catcher's interference tonight. It's getting pathetic. Andrew from Scotland, I'm no longer staying up for this crap. Yeah, what is
right.
it? Is it 240 there or 140?
I think it's 140 because he left towards the end of the stream yesterday.
Yeah, it must be 140.
Good point, MF. Correa would have made a difference. I agree. But
yeah,
heck, why not? I mean, you were talking about this, Dan, in the offseason. Get after Bellinger. He might be able to do something. And he's having a decent season.
It's 240. 240. I just looked it up, and then Andrew just said, "Yeah, 240." Oh my goodness,
yeah, I mean, they could have put a much better roster together than what they came out with, and they missed out on Senga, of course, Judge and Correa. They could have got the lower guys, like you said, Bellinger.
Hey, Bellinger's having a good season. I think he got 4 hits yesterday. Let's see what Bellinger's average is right now. Let's take a look at Cody Bellinger, because I was saying spend the extra $2-3 million and get Bellinger to play center field. Right. He's an everyday center fielder. He's a great defender, and he's motivated to make it happen on a 1-year deal.
Yep.
Isn't
that what Farhan's known for? Getting those 1-year deals.
Yeah, but he wouldn't.
That would have been right up his alley.
He wouldn't spend the extra money, to give him the extra money. So I look at. Let me look at Bellinger.
And it's funny, wasn't Bellinger a Farhan guy too? Wasn't it?
Yeah, he was with the Dodgers. Yeah. So Bellinger yesterday went 5 for 5. Now batting .310, and I believe he has 2 or 3 home runs. Yeah, watch Bellinger have a breakout year.
Yeah, exactly. Someone they could have got cheap.
Yeah, Ranger 49. He didn't make sense though. He was healthy.
Yeah, I guess you got to have Tommy John or got some other kind of injuries, and then Farhan will get them.
Yeah, $16 million for Bellinger, and I said, just pay him 18 or 19 and get him. You gave Jock 18 or 19, whatever.
Yeah, you gave him almost 20. Yeah.
Get some dang athletes, guys that are fast, speed and power. Look at Chisholm. I've been talking to you about Chisholm. What did he do? He crushed home run tonight. 3-run homer. Yep. And he can play pretty. He's got range in center field. He's fast. He just got to make things happen. But they don't build their team that way. I don't want Farhan drafting these guys. Who's running the ship? Who's running everything?
Dan, what is it that the Giants are doing that every other team seems to be able to do? Is it their scouting? Is it Farhan? I'm not understanding how some of these other teams are able to freaking draft well, have those guys come up. I mean, you look at the Dodgers, man, they trade away all their draft picks and they're still at the top of the farm system rankings. And you got, Texas is doing well. Baltimore is doing well. I mean, is it a Farhan thing, or is it just the people that are underneath him that just seem to be
I really don't know. It's just an inept organization. And what the heck is wrong with the Colorado Rockies? They keep losing. They're 5-12, and the Giants are 5-11. So they're losing. If Giants could can get in the basement if it wasn't for the Rockies.
Yeah.
Man. So the Giants, after tomorrow, they come home for 4 against the Mets. The Mets are rolling.
Hey, Dan, Andrew has a good question. How many losses do you think it will take for Farhan and Kapler to get sacked?
Over 100.
Yeah, you think so?
Yep.
You don't think if they keep on this streak that it may even be before that?
Maybe
not Farhan, but maybe Kapler?
Maybe Kapler, but I don't think Kapler's as big as the problem as Farhan.
Right.
The problem is you keep Farhan, you're going to have another manager that's like Kapler because that's who Farhan picks. Unless
ownership is interfering and saying, all right, hey, we're pulling back some of the power that you can do. You're going to kind of have to maybe find someone that's different, that, someone that the team can rally around.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, they're getting what they deserve right now. It's you run this organization, you
Hey, Dan, real quick, Crab Sandwich made a good point. And you've talked about this before. Doesn't Farhan in the draft, doesn't he try to get the under or something like that about and what they can lock up a player for? Like they'll take under the max or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's a real good example of that Reggie Crawford guy. They all are thinking high on him, but it's like, why would you waste a high draft pick on a question mark because of his health?
Bulb head.
It just makes no sense.
Calling Farhan bulb head. That's funny. Yeah, cool breeze says Farhan. Kapler not going anywhere this year, not next year. That's why, you can, if you don't want to see this regime back and you don't think they're going to make the playoffs, which I don't think they will. I never said they would in the beginning. I said they look like a best 500 team. Mm-hmm. That's if everything goes well. Maybe, if everything went really well and they stayed healthy, maybe, Haniger, Conforto, all those guys. But they have to play pretty much 100. I said they got to play 150 games. Haniger's already missed 16 games.
Yep.
He's going to miss the first 25 games, it looks like.
Yep.
Slater will probably come back this week against the Mets. Then it's like, okay, who are they sending down after that? Are they going to send down Ramos for Slater, or are they going to send down Wisely? Who are they going to send down? Ramos, these guys might as well just rot because they don't get to play.
Yeah, you're not playing them every day. You're just they're riding a bench.
Play these guys every day and see what you got. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
You suck. You're 5-11.
What do you got to lose?
Your veterans are not good. Your veterans that you're playing, I shouldn't say not good. They're not. No, I hate getting on Crawford because he's been great. He's struggling.
He's just at the end.
He looks like he's near the end, and you want to see him finish strong, but he's probably pressing a little. It's, so then you got Yaz out there who's, what is Yaz hitting? He's hitting 242. He's got his third homer. Wade is hitting 222, but he's getting on base because he's not swinging.
He just doesn't swing.
He doesn't swing the ball.
He'll take like one cut in an at bat, and the rest of the time he just sits there with the bat on his shoulder.
Yeah, he's waiting to walk or something. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, that's what Kapler, or not Kapler, but that's what Farhan loves. He loves that on base percentage.
Yep. So, yeah. So Kepler's dead. Said, the Mets are going to destroy the Giants at Oracle Park. Andrew Bell says, yeah, Craw's done, a legend, but he has to move aside. Farhan, Larry Baird needs to get his head out of his ass, according to Mario. Yeah, Farhan's KMBR interview the other day was infuriating, just blatantly lying to fans that this team will be better. They won't. Dan, can we get Marty on soon? Need some positivity. Yeah. It may be tough to get some positivity even out of Marty. Well, we got Robert Rothberg here. Good evening. I can't comprehend how people can judge an injured team. Jock, Conforto, Haniger, and Slater are not in the lineup.
Well, who do you blame for that? Yeah,
we'll
Farhan.
see.
He's the one that signed these guys, right? Except for Slater.
Right.
We called it at the beginning. You don't sign these guys who have a history of injury, except for Jock. I mean, Jock's kind of he doesn't hit the DL, or the IL, but yeah. I mean,
problem is if these guys don't get healthy and get playing well, you could be buried.
Right.
You could be literally like 8 and 23 or something after the 31 games. You're 5 and 12 or 11. What are they? They're 5 and 11, right?
5 and 11.
Yeah. So they're 5 and 11. They got a tough match tomorrow with Taylor Rogers, and they got 8 with the Mets and the Cards. I mean, I would think they're going to lose at least 5 of those 8 at home. Those are, with the team the way it is. Here's the crazy thing is the Giants have some good metrics is when it comes to starting pitching. Starting pitching's been good.
Yeah.
The lineup itself has, Dave Fleming was talking about it, and there's like a top 5 lineup in some, but they strike out way too much.
Right.
So I don't know. To me, the eye test doesn't look good to me. I don't know what the stats say, but I just think they're a weak hitting team. They strike out way too much.
Their defense isn't good.
No.
The bullpen has been vulnerable.
Yeah.
And the worst starting pitcher, unfortunately, is Webb right now, and he's supposed to be the ace.
Right. Let me look up this thing if they've got. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. That's pitching strikeouts. That's pitching. Let me see. Batting. Do they not even put on ESPN that? Okay, they're right in the middle with batting average.
It was Kepler's dead. It was Junis that gave up that bomb to.
Yeah.
Prism.
Yeah, it was Junis. I'm looking here at some other stats. Home runs, they're 4th in baseball with 25. Dodgers are 2nd at 30. So, RBIs, let's see. I bet you RBIs are below.
Look how
50%.
well Arizona's playing. They're having a heck of a season right now in the beginning.
Giants
They're running all over the base pads too.
17th in RBIs.
Yeah, you might want to go catch a Diamondbacks game. It's probably be an exciting game to watch.
Yeah. Kepler. Yep. Kepler's dead. Says, is there any kids in SAC that could help the pen? There's Cole Waits down there.
Hey, Dan, I was taking a look at the Sacramento roster. They got like 26 pitchers on the Sacramento roster.
Wow. Robert Rothberg says, a question for both of you. What record would this team have if everyone was healthy? I would have anticipated playing 500 ball. So you're saying they would be 8-8 right now instead of 5-11, 3 more wins? That's possible. I mean,
it's possible. Only thing is the bullpen really let down a lot. So, I mean,
right. I mean, the guy you're going to have to count on big time is Haniger and Conforto. Those are your big boppers.
Those are the ones you have to lean on.
I mean, those are the guys that have potential 30-plus homers. But they have an injury history, and they're both injured.
And here's the question. is 500 ball going to even get you into a wild card position? Considering, yeah, it's not 81 and 81 is not going to get you into a wild card.
Oh no, you got to win 87 probably to make a wild. 86 minimum. You know, and it's going to be, you're going to need to win 86. So they're 5-11. So they would need to play. How many games they got left? They played 16, right?
Yeah.
So 162 minus 16. They got 146 left. So minus they won 5.
One thing I actually agree with Robert. If they could have come out of April 500, I would have felt a lot better because you could always make a run. But when you get buried deep in that very beginning of the season, that's really hard to come back from. You really got to play some good ball to try to catch up. But I mean, what are you going to do? It is what it is right now.
What are they now? 80 or 5-11, right?
5-11, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, one. Okay, check this out. For them to win 88 games this year, they got to go 84-62.
Hey, H76, what part of the Giants are playing better than their record indicates?
They got to play 575 ball the rest of the year to win 88 games.
Yeah, see? That's not going to be easy. But yeah, look H76. He's saying that the Giants are playing better than their record indicates, but the record shows you who you are right now. I mean,
you're losing to the Kansas City Royals 2 out of 3. Almost lost, got swept by the Royals. You lost 2 to the Tigers.
Oh, they might have gotten swept if they played that third game.
Oh, sure. This is a team that looks already not a lot of confidence. You see it in their faces. Robert Rothberg, there's no reason when the injured players return, we can't turn the season around. You think they'll go 84-62 the rest of the way to win 88 games?
I don't see it.
I just don't see it. Not when you can't hit the ball. Striking out all the time.
Yeah, you're striking out. Just like you said, you're on track to having 1,800 strikeouts. I mean, that's just mind-boggling.
Yeah, it is. So you're looking at, let's just say they win out of the 146 games. Let's say they go 10 over 500. Okay. So let's say 146 games. Play 10 over 500. You're looking at
Yeah, Andrew, you kind of hit the nail on the head there. The Giants are a top 5 revenue team, and it's pathetic how bad their roster is for a supposed top team.
So if they
You've
win
talked about that quite a bit there, Dan.
Yep. So if they go 78-68, 78-68, okay? 10 games over 500. They'll finish 83-79.
That's not going to do it.
It's not going to get you in the playoffs.
It's not going to get you a wild card.
Yes. It's not going to get you in. So they can have a pretty good season going forward, win 78 more games, lose 68. And you'll be like, wow, this team's. So, like I said, to make the playoffs, they got to win 84-62 to get you, or 80. What did I say? They're 5 wins. To get to 88 wins, you got to win 83 more games. So 83 and 63. 83 and 63. 20 games over 500.
Yeah. Robert asks, please answer another question. Which young players are you impressed with that the Giants brought up? I don't think the Giants brought up any other than Bryce Johnson. Who else did they bring up? Nobody, right? Sable, but he was a Rule 5 guy. But that's not really a Giants product. They're using someone else's product.
Brought up Johnson Wisely from another organization, the Rays.
Yeah, there's nobody that I'm impressed with, and the Giants really haven't brought anyone up. All the guys that they're waiting for are still in the minor leagues. Schmidt probably should be up, but
yeah, Schmidt may be your guy.
Ramos though he was up last year as well. So and the problem is they're not playing him. They're just it's a pure platoon type of mindset that's going on. So Ramos isn't really getting a look like he should, and it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Mario Oval says Giants have enough money to be a playoff team. Is corporate greed the issue? You got you got over 30 owners. They're in it for an investment. They want to make money. They own the ball club. They got parts ownership. So what happens is you do not have a single owner like you do with down in San Diego or
New York,
Philadelphia or Houston, Jim Crane, guys that, the Mets, guys that are like egotistical and they want to win and they'll spend their money because they know it's just, it's like, pennies to us.
So, I think that's a disadvantage too, then having that many,
Oh, yeah, because these owners are all, they're in it for a profit. They don't want to lose money. You want to win in baseball, you're going to probably lose money. San Diego's losing money. The Mets, they'll lose money at the gate. They'll make money when they sell it. It goes up. That's how you make your money. It's like, you can have $500,000 of equity in your house. You're like, oh, yeah, I'm worth a lot. Well, you never collect that unless you sell it and buy something less.
Mm-hmm.
Go take that 500 and maybe move somewhere and you pay cash, or whatever. Well, all the profits at these owners, they're making annual profits.
Yeah.
Hey, they had $75 million in profits last year.
Yeah, that's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, so you take the percentages of ownership that each guy made that's he's owned. Let's say you're only 5%, you only have 5% of the team, your ownership. You still get $300, almost $400,000 of profit. These are millionaires, but a lot of them, they got different investments. They don't want to lose money.
Right.
When are they going to sell out? It's going to take a long time to sell, to really make your profit. You sell the team for whatever, $4 billion, whatever it's worth.
Yeah.
They bought it for what? What'd they buy the Giants for? 93. Like,
oh yeah, I'm not even sure how much it was, but I think that what the team's worth, like around between 4 and 5 billion.
Now.
Yeah.
Billion.
Yeah, 4 or 5 billion, right?
Yeah. So I'm curious what that price was of the Giants. Now I'm gonna look it up.
Check out Crab Sandwich's comment.
Bought it for $100 million in 93.
Wow.
Now it's $4 billion. Crab Sandwich. This one?
Yeah.
Go ahead, read that. My throat. You want me to read it? I thought you were going to read it.
Oh yeah, you want to go? You got it.
Go ahead. I'm rest.
He's saying it's a perfect storm for the Giants. The city is a hollowed carcass. The economy is shit. The ownership is complacent, and the baseball ops is detached and clueless. brigade of nerds. That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
That kind of sums up the situation that, not only the team, but kind of what's happening in the city and the state and hell, the nation.
Yeah. Says it would take Luciano bat flips or Kyle Harrison. Is he saying bay flips or bat flips? I'm thinking
bat
flips. Yeah. Or Kyle Harrison win his Cy Young to sell the park out again. Yeah. Ghost Town at 24 Willie Mays Plaza. Yep. I'm not going. I'm not paying good money to see that. I'll go to a game if I'm in the area, and I'll walk up, open my phone, go to StubHub or SeatGeek or whoever, and I'll just pop it in and say right before the game, and I'll find prices that season ticket holders are having to eat, and they'll just, drop it down, and I'll get a couple of nice tickets for $10 to $15 a ticket. So yeah, because that is the problem.
LDO, he has a good point. Yeah, Schmidt probably needs a little bit more seasoning in AAA. His strikeouts are kind of up there, so yeah, he probably does need a little bit more time down there.
Yeah, LDO says, I felt this loss coming in the second inning. Yeah, I did too. You can feel it. Yeah. They I mean, wow. Robert, I've been an avid Giants fan since '62. I've never, ever experienced so many players getting injured.
What is that? I mean, me and you kind of talked about this. It's like back in the golden era of baseball, heck, even not too that long ago, a couple of decades ago, these guys were out there every day. You didn't hear about all these injuries, and it's kind of weird. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's in the water. I don't know, but it just seems like injuries are a lot more common than they were in the past. It's the same game.
I don't understand it. They just, back in my day and Rothberg's day, Juan Marichal would pitch 300 innings a year. He would throw 25 plus complete games. He'd have 35 starts because they had a 4-man rotation instead of a 5. So, he used to get 40 starts a year. And I think he had, if you look at his back of his card, I believe he had 1 year over 30 complete games. 300 innings, never gets hurt. These guys have got Tommy John before they get out of high school.
Right. Yep.
I don't know
what happened. What happened to this pitching? Like Greg Maddux. Pitch to location, change speeds, hit all different sides of the plate. Now you just got guys wanting. I'm just speaking to pitchers right now, but the hitting hasn't changed. Pitching, it's changed. A lot more velocity out there, a lot more nasty stuff. But there's nothing wrong with a pitcher coming out there. Not what's his name for the Cubs? Oh, he doesn't throw high velocity, but he always does well. I can't remember his name. I think he's a Bay Area guy. He's been with the Cubs for a while. He's always throwing junk. Oh, you're muted.
Davies or
no? He's been with the Cubs the whole time. I just can't remember his name off the bat. But he's kind of a throwback to just pitching a location, changing speeds, and and then you're able to get the job done. But it's very weird. The whole game is it's odd now, and more's changing. I just sent you that link from MLB. Trade rumors about how they want to do the designated runner, how they're experimenting with a designated runner.
Oh, you're kidding. Well, let's take a look at something here. Let's take a look at the Giants since Farhan Zaidi.
That's it, Thunderbird Hendricks. That's the guy. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Kyle Hendricks. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at the Giants drafts, or not drafts, but signings since Farhan has taken over in 2019. He came in actually toward the end of 2018.
Right at the end.
And let's see. The Giants don't put the time to get healthy. People hate on Bauer, but watch his YouTube channel. He's busts his ass in shape off season between starts and game day. It's crazy. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at some of these signings.
And
And
while you're looking at that, hey, Kapler's dad, go check out MLB trade rumors. There's a story about that where they want to experiment with a designated runner, I think in the Atlantic League.
oh boy. Okay, these are this is a list of the signings. This was an article from Grant Brisbee in today's Athletic, and it lists the Giants signings under Farhan and the WAR. And the point of the article was the Giants are a mess because they do not have a developing their farm system, and you can't continue to rely on free agents because eventually it's going to bite you. You know, they've had some pretty decent success. So here's the WAR for each Giant. We're looking here.
And I think it's isn't it a culmination of their WAR while they've been with the Giants?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, why is this looking here? I see one. Kevin Gosman, 6.6. Yastrzemski, 9.8. Harleen Garcia, 2.6. Wait a minute. Rodon, did I mention 5.4? Tony Watson, 3.2. Wandy Peralta, 3.2. Jose Series, 0.4. Alex Young, 0. Wilmer Flores, 4.6. Mauricio Dubon, 2.2. Tyler Anderson. All right, I'm just not going to even go to the WAR. I'm just going to list these names. That there is 160 some odd transactions. It's unbelievable. I mean, guys, I don't even remember some of these names. Tyson Ross.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, we had Tyson Ross a couple of years ago.
Jerry Blevins, Sam Mole, Matt Caracidi, Carlos Torres, Justin Haley, Prelander Baroa, Adam Euler. Oh, maybe these are guys minors. I don't know. Craig Gentry, Cameron May.
I think they were signed on minor league contracts.
Yeah, Cameron Rupp. I remember that one. Yeah. Henry Ramos, Elliott's brother. Renel Espina, Jason Vosler.
That's right, Cameron. Maybe he didn't even make it out of spring training. Remember, he had that DUI.
Yeah. Tommy Lasorda. I mean, LaStella. negative 0.5 WAR. All these guys, most of them NA, nothing. It's just an endless name of guys. So this team it's just too nauseating. It really is.
And don't you? What's probably the most frustrating? There's no sense of direction. It's just like putting Band-Aids on the roster, and then it just doesn't feel like they're going anywhere.
Yeah, Mauricio Dubon is with the Houston Astros, and they're starting everyday second baseman right now with Altuve out, and he is having a pretty good year. Let me see what he's doing right now. He's leading off tonight. He's 0 for 3 tonight, but he's 0 for 3 and still batting .321 on the year. So yeah. He's gotten off to a good start. So Dubon is playing second base. A's, somebody says Thunderbird A's are the worst. Yeah, they are the worst. They will lose. They may set a record for futility this year. Wouldn't it be something if, I think the worst record in baseball belongs to the Mets. Was it the 60?
I thought it was the Cleveland Spiders that had the worst, wasn't it?
I thought it was the Mets, but let me see. Worst MLB record ever. Yeah, Cleveland Spiders, 1899, 20 and 134. I think I'm looking at the modern.
Modern day, yeah.
Yeah, modern day would have been the Mets, 1962, 40 and 120.
Yeah, that was our first year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, the A's are on pace to beat that. They're 3 and 14. Wouldn't it be something if the Giants and A's lost a combined 230 games between the two of them? Wow. Yeah, this is.
Robert, can you imagine a pitcher today going 16 innings?
Oh,
I think,
Marichal against Warren Spahn?
yeah, I think, yeah, Warren Spahn went the distance as well. Can you imagine that, though? I think GMs would literally have a heart attack.
Yep, 0. Oh, yeah. 105 pitches, they got you out. 120 max. Yeah, they'll give you a week off after that. Oh, man. Yeah, 315. Andrew Bell still going strong. Hey, Mario, you ecstatic with a 5-11 record? What did you expect? What Mario? That's
he just said the show is so depressing.
Yeah, it is. There's nothing to really talk about this team. So it's just on and on and on about where they're going. My thing is, if I was taking over the team, in fact, I'll ask you guys in the chat, what would you guys do besides the obvious of saying making a regime change? What players would you start based on the current roster, and if there's any trades? I would start, making trades here before the All-Star break or the trade deadline. If if it comes June and it looks like, oh man, we're not going, we're not going to be able to turn this ship around and get in the race. If after 60, 70 games, you may want to, because you'll have played 60 games in by the end of May roughly, close to it. So you got 100 left. If the signs are really bad, I mean, I would start trading guys like Conforto and Jock and Haniger, all the guys that got pieces to them. Everybody,
as long as they stay healthy. If they don't stay healthy, then the Giants are stuck with them. Yeah.
I would trade some of the pitching. Anybody who's over 30 and is still, valuable to other teams, I would just get the very best prospects you could get. But as of right now, just dealing with what you got, I'll give you a lineup. And I'm going to give you a lineup based on pure what's the best possible team. And I'm not going to worry about who's right-handed, pitching, left-handed. I'm not going to worry about who's my, what they've done in the past so much as far as like Crawford. I'm just going to put out a lineup, tell you what I would do based on what you got right now. And I'm going to assume that I forgot the heck what I was going to say. Anyway, I don't know. Just all right. Here's my lineup, and I haven't made any trades, so I'm stuck with the 40-man roster I've got. I got to try and make a team for the rest of the year. So I don't really have a true leadoff hitter.
Estrada.
So that's who I'm going to go with. I'll put Estrada at leadoff. I'm going to play him at short. Batting second, I guess I'll put Conforto. Batting second. Batting third, I'm going to put J.D. Davis. Third, playing third base. So I've got Estrada, second. Conforto, right field, third. J.D. Davis. Fourth, Jock will be my DH. Fifth, I'm going to bat. I'll bat Flores, I guess, fifth. Put him at first base. Sixth.
Oh, hold on. You forgot Haniger. Maybe you want Haniger at the
Oh, I forgot Haniger. That's right. Let's put who did I say fifth? Flores. Okay, let's put Haniger fifth in left field. Sixth, I am going to go with. Guess I'm going to have to go with.
Yaz.
Yaz. I need a center fielder. I don't have one. Seventh, I'll go with Joey Bart, catching. Eighth, I need a first baseman. What else do I need?
You need a second baseman, don't you?
Yeah.
Because you got Estrada at short.
Okay. All right. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring up who did I have batting seventh? Bart. Eighth, I'm going to bring up Isan Diaz off the 40-man. I'm going to play him at second base, just see what he can do with his bat. And ninth, I'll just bat Flores, bat him down at the bottom, get some hits. Not an automatic out at the bottom of the order. So I'm going left or starting. I'm going right, left, right, left.
Right.
So that's if you don't play the kids. If you want to play the kids, Kapler's dead. Ramos, right field, Johnson. I've flipped those. I'd have Johnson bat. I don't know if that's a batting order or not. Maybe it's just the outfield to infield. He just looks like he's going around the horn. Ramos, Johnson, Sable, Schmidt, Crawford, Estrada, VR, Bart, DH, Davis, Jock Weiss on the bench.
Hey, Giants Niners fan. I used to drive through Rio Vista all the time when I was stationed out there in Travis.
Yeah, that's not a bad lineup of putting guys out there just to see what the kids can do.
Yeah, exactly. Why not? I mean, there's nothing you can lose right now. Might as well just. But you got to throw that out there every day.
The only thing I would do, just because of, if you're going to go with the kids, I would put Estrada over at short, bring up Diaz. If he's healthy. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but he can hit the long ball. But Dan needs a NyQuil cocktail. I sure do. Jeez. Man, this thing is, I don't know what's going on with it. I got an antibiotic called in today. Just see if it's a sinus infection or what the heck's going on. I got to clear this up. But we're only going to go another 8 minutes because I'm going to move over.
Go over to Larry's, right?
Going to go over to Larry's, and so everybody can run over or sign up over to Larry's at 7:30. Dan needs Prozac, caffeine, and NyQuil. Shoot, that would be a wild combination.
That's a nice area over there, Giants. That's that one. I sent you that link, Dan, about where he's living over there.
He's over in Rio Vista. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just to the west of town, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Andrew Bell says, I'm going to bed. Ha ha. Well, it's only almost, 3:30, Andrew? Come on. You're getting lazy on us? 3:30 in the morning? You're going to go to bed?
But
no, have a good night.
Yeah,
have a good night.
There's quite a few people in the chat we're talking about. The problem with the Giants is they just can't develop the talent that they have, nor can they assess, proper draft picks. So that's an issue that the Giants need to correct. And I thought getting Farhan was supposed to solve a lot of those issues, but it seems like it hasn't. I mean, It has improved compared to what it was when he
Yeah.
first got in,
I think
but it's
Patrick
nowhere
Bailey.
near.
Yeah. I think Patrick Bailey went 5 for 5 or something today in home
Yeah, I
run
saw
or
that.
yesterday. Yeah. Play the kids, Mario says. Yeah, I agree. Just play the kids. I mean, if you wanted to try and put out a competitive lineup and see what it does with Haniger and Conforto healthy, and maybe you platoon Yaz and Slater and then play the rest of the guys every day. JD Davis is proving he just needs to be out there every day.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how. I mean, VR looked pretty bad tonight. Did he strike out 4 times?
4 times. Golden sombrero. Yeah.
Yeesh.
He's batting like 176, somewhere around there.
Seriously? Let me look.
He's not doing well.
I don't even pay attention to these guys half the time anymore. They're just not fun to watch, aren't they? They're just as boring as watching just a dripping faucet.
Yeah.
It's like, gee, they are just pathetic. Yeah, VR's hitting 176, 288 on base percentage. Yeah, he's going to have to pick it up, if they're going to. I mean, they like his power, but you got to have power like Patrick Wisdom's got 8 homers, I believe.
Something like that. Something crazy, yeah.
8 homers for the I think he's tied with Pete Alonso for the National League lead. Yeah, St. Mary's product kid. What else we got here? Robert Rothberg, 146 games, conceding nothing. All right. When will Robert Rothberg concede? Let's put that in the chat here. I'm gonna say, Robert, you're gonna concede on Independence Day.
So before or after July 4th?
He's gonna on July 4th. He's gonna say,
July 4th,
you know
he's
what?
gonna concede.
He's gonna realize that they are sunk. And yeah. Let's see what else. They're boring because Kapler is boring. They are a mirror of their leadership. Mario says, "Yeah, he is boring. He's it's just his personality. They're very, very different type of ball club. Yeah, they're not. They're all kind of everything's rigid. Ramos and Bart should both play every day right now, in my opinion. I agree.
Yep.
Wholeheartedly. I want to see Ramos out there, see what he does. Give him the year. Just say it's your year. That's why, if you want to see these kids and you want to see what they can do, the best thing that can happen is the Giants keep losing, because if they start winning, that's why I put a poll out the other day on Twitter. What would you rather have, an 85-win season, miss the playoffs, or a 100-loss team, get rid of this regime and play the kids and do a rebuild? It was 58% people wanted to lose 100 games. People want to see young guys. They want to see a direction of the ball club. They're tired of guys coming in and out for a year here, there. They're up for a month. They're down. They're up for a day. They're down. They're up for, this constant up and down. Like it's just, I don't know. Wisely came up tonight and Beatty went down. What are you gaining?
Nothing.
Seriously, what are you gaining? What is Beatty? Does he play infield? Does he play outfield? What does he play?
We don't even. They signed him in the very beginning of the season, so who knows what the reasoning was.
I don't think he's a great fielder.
It's crazy if you think about that, Dan. They get this guy kind of off the garbage heap, but you're telling me there was no one in the Giants 40-man that was better than Beatty?
Right.
Yeah, right. I don't understand.
So I don't get where, what you're gaining. I mean, you're gaining another left-handed bat. And what's Conforto? I thought this was day to day. He's been out for a week, right?
And now he hit the IL, right?
No, I don't think he did.
No, I don't think he. No, you're right. Because the move was just replacing one player for the other. It wasn't because of an IL.
Yeah, they brought up Wisely, sent Beatty down. Beatty's gone like, gosh, why did I get picked up?
Yeah, why wasn't Conforto out there today? I guess that calf is a little bit more serious than we think, huh?
Yeah, this is what happens when you get guys that are older and they keep getting injured. Look at them all. What did I tell you the other day? Easy for everybody can get hurt, whether you're 22 or 32.
Right.
But it's a lot easier for 32-year-olds to get hurt with little soft tissue. You know, Alex Wood makes an awkward throw, tweaks his hamstring. Once you hit 30, 40, you start getting up there, the injuries start happening. So we'll see. Maybe Farhan drafted Beatty when he was with the Dodgers. Could be, Mark. Probably did. And, I mean, Beatty's got to be like, dang, why did I get into this organization? I'm going to be, up and down. I get 4 hits the other day in Sacramento. I get called up. I pinch hit and I make an out. And Wisely goes 4 for 4. He takes my spot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't understand. I mean, what you're going for, an extra outfielder? I guess you were going for an extra outfielder / infielder. I don't know. Yeah. So it's an uphill climb. Again, they got to win 83 and 63 to win 88 games. 83 and 63 to win.
Yeah, that's what it's going to take to get a wild card.
Yeah, it's going to take 88 wins. Let's see what it took last year. I bet it was 87-ish. Let's see. MLB standings 22. I thought it was 87. Wasn't it the Phillies?
Heroku, you know who's doing that right now? We're talking about the old school Cardinals and stealing bases. Arizona Diamondbacks. Those are the guys who are doing that right now. So exciting baseball.
Yeah, Phillies at the last wild card, 87 and 75.
Yep. See, there you go. So that's what it's going to take.
So it's going to, 86, 87 wins. Brewers finished a game out, winning 86 and 76. Giants 81 and 81. Diamondbacks finished 7 games behind them, but they are definitely improved. And we said that the Giants and Diamondbacks would battle it out for third place in the division, but thought that Diamondbacks were a better team.
Oh, yeah.
So, man, it's, yeah, can you get Sacramento River Cats reporter? Yeah, I could see if I can get a Sacramento River Cats reporter. That would be good. I know I can get Joe Rizzo from the San Jose Giants for the single A. He could give us an update on what's going on with them. And he's got a feel for the organization. Mark Graves, I just figured it out. Farhan gets paid on the number of transactions. It could be. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, get on Heroku, go on the MLB YouTube channel, and they have all the highlights from all the games that are played. And
you can actually.
I always take a gander at it. It's always the Diamondbacks are fun to watch their recaps.
You could subscribe you can get a subscription on MLB and watch every baseball game that's not in your market. So I don't get the Diamondbacks being here in Arizona, but I get every other baseball game. So Giants have way too much pride and character to give up. Well, I would suggest that they have given up when they the way they've gone after season, everything that's happened. I wouldn't say completely giving up. Okay, Larry has just texted me and
almost
said
time for you to
he's
go with Larry.
starting. But he hasn't sent me a link, so let me see. Send me. Hey, everybody, could you hit that like button right now? Just there's 30 of you in the chat. If everybody would just right now just press the like button, that'll give us the algorithms. Just helps get the positioning on YouTube and so just do me a favor, hit like. If you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe button. And I'm waiting on. Did he already send me the link, Larry? Let me look. No. He says he's starting right now, but I don't have a link. There it is. Okay. Hold on one sec. Let me get on his link. And I'm going to open up there. So let's close this show out here. Everybody move on over to Larry's show, and I'll see you over there. We'll be back tomorrow, maybe. I think I got some other stuff going, so I don't think I'll be doing a show tomorrow right after the game. But thank you to Eric Romo for joining us. As always, does a great job.
Dan. Hope you feel better, man.
Yeah, thanks, Eric, and maybe I'll see you guys over on the Krug channel. So thanks again, everybody. Goodbye.